Hi everyone! Very exciting things happening, well, tomorrow I guess. I'm going on my first solo trip. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I'm currently sitting in traffic on my way to my dad's house where I'm staying for the night before I leave tomorrow. I'm going to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, which I am so excited about. Especially the Tetons, I don't know why, but that's just something that I've always dreamed of seeing. So the fact that it's finally here is kind of crazy. I booked this solo trip because I didn't want to wait for anyone to have these experiences with anymore. If I have the means and the time to do it, I wanted to do it. If I kept waiting, you know, it may never happen. So everything is booked, I just have to go. I'm not nervous. I don't know what I'm nervous about. I think I'm gonna have a lot of anxiety tomorrow I've flown by myself before, so I feel comfortable flying by myself, but like making all my connections, you know, hopefully there's no bad weather, picking up the rental car, checking in the Airbnb, you know, will I feel comfortable in the Airbnb because I am by myself? You know, will it be easy time finding the car? These are all things to consider. And then there's obviously the whole like actively being out in the wilderness on my own with no cell service. I'm not necessarily scared for that part. I'm just wondering what my comfort level will be. I've done a lot of things at home by myself, but obviously being thousands of miles away from home may make me feel very differently. So we'll see about that. Anyways, let me just sit in this traffic and I will see you tomorrow morning bright and early. Hi guys! I'm in Montana right now. Who would have thought? It was not without a few, well, actually just one large mishap. I got a text, I was supposed to leave Monday, and I got a text Sunday at like 11 something that my flight was delayed, which caused me to miss my connection. So after like an hour and a half on the phone, there was no flights that could get me here, except for that was one. That was like 4 different flights and really long connections, and I get here really late at night. So I was just like, let's just go as early as possible on Tuesday. So I left this morning. I think the plane boarded at like 7:40. I'm here now, it's 1:30. It sucks because we missed a whole day due to this whole mishap, but we're still gonna try and get as much done as possible. So first thing on the docket is food, because I have not eaten since like 6:45 this morning. I just picked up the car. We're whipping a Jeep Wrangler, which is exciting. Anyways, we're gonna go get lunch. The closest thing here is McDonald's, which I'm not really super pleased about, but I'm starving, so I'll take it. And then I gotta go get groceries to feed myself this week, and then we're going to check into the Airbnb. Today's Tuesday, we're here until Saturday, so let's get going. Okay, I just got out of Target. It's really hot in here. I chose Target because it's something I'm familiar with. I didn't want to go to some grocery store that I don't know. Got some groceries for the week. They did not have a produce section, so we're not eating very healthy this week, but we're eating. I'm gonna stop talking, I need to get on the road. It's 2:30 now, I gotta get going. It's like a 2.5 hour and some change drive to the Airbnb. So that's where we're headed next. Wish me luck. Okay, I just got into my Airbnb and I wanted to share it with you. Here's a little kitchen thing. I'll do a grocery haul next. Bathroom is really nice. There's this nice tub, this nice shower, and then couch, bed, table. It's quaint, but it's perfect. It's 6:30. My original plan for the first day of my trip was just gonna be to, let me sit down actually. My original plan for my first day of my trip was to just mostly settle in, unpack, not unpack, but you know, unload a little bit, relax, because it's been a long day, and then depending on how I was feeling, go to Jackson Hole or into the park, because where I'm staying in Idaho is about 25 minutes or so from the Grand Teton National Park. So that was my original plan, but since My flight was canceled and pushed back a whole day. I lost an entire day basically of stuff to do. So I think I'm gonna try and settle in here as quickly as possible and then head over to the park. I'm gonna spend 2 days in Yellowstone on 1 day in the Tetons rather than 2 each, just because there's so much in Yellowstone to see, but I still want to see as much of the Tetons as I can. We're gonna head there tonight. I'll probably do the outer road and just do some of those pull-off spots, look for wildlife, that kind of thing. Hopefully, I was thinking about staying for sunset, but sunset here is at 8:50, which is pretty late, and I'm not a huge fan of being out by myself at night, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. I'd love to see a sunset at the Tetons. That's pretty late and it's already been a long day, so I'm basically just gonna go off how I feel. I might just do a few of those pull-off spots and come back, or I'm really enjoying myself and the view's really amazing, which I already know that it will be, but you know, I might stay out there a little bit longer. We'll see how I'm feeling. So anyways, I'm gonna turn this off. I'll probably show you my groceries and then I'm gonna unload and then we'll go somewhere. Okay, I know I just said I was gonna show you the groceries, but I was just reading this little pamphlet here. And it's very sweet, very nice. One of the things that's in here though is, you will need to block the bathroom door, it will slam in the middle of the night. Let me just let that marinate for a second. Anyways, let me show you these groceries. Like I told you, I went to Target to get groceries. They did not have a produce section, so I was gonna get bananas and strawberries. That was non-existent. So I got a pretty unhealthy haul of stuff. First is this giant gallon of milk because they didn't have any small ones in the 2%. So you have salt and vinegar chips. My favorite cereal, Captain Crunch Oops All Berries. My favorite chips, Ritz Sour Cream and Onion. Chips Ahoy. Lunchables. This was my substitute because I couldn't buy lunch meat. Pizza rolls. And last but not least, some Sour Patch Kids. Okay, we are off. I got everything put away okay. We're on our way to the Tetons right now. I put Snake River, I think, in my GPS, which is about an hour into the park. And that way I can work my way back on all those stops. But I'm really looking forward to it. It was such a beautiful drive out here. Montana was beautiful. There was like a river running along the highway the whole time, which was amazing. And the pine trees and the snow-capped mountains. And then after driving through a lot of like greenery, you finally get to like see the Tetons peek out, which was amazing. They're just as stunning as I would have dreamed them to be. Anyways, let me get off here. Pay attention to my drive. I have to drive through Teton Pass, which apparently is a treacherous road. So I'm gonna focus and I will update you when I get into the park. Okay, you've seen a few clips of the Tetons already. I've been stopping off at a few viewpoints. It's kind of interesting. A lot of these viewpoints aren't actually inside of the park, so you can see a lot for free if you're in the area. I'm right now at Glacier View. I picked this one because it has the most like broad, uninterrupted landscape that I've seen from all these pull-offs on the outer road. Anyways, I'm gonna watch sunset here, I think. It's about 8:40. The sun's supposed to set in 10 minutes. It's already behind the mountains, but it's supposed to drop below the horizon, which I'm hoping will make really pretty pink skies. I mean, the pictures I've seen are like amazing, and the clouds are already like purpley pink over there, so I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think the sky is going to do anything super spectacular. Hopefully I'll have time to come back. If not, I'm still just grateful to be here. It's beautiful. Like how green it is down here, but how snowy it is up on the mountains. And their heart's like so jagged. I don't know. It's so beautiful. Anyways, I think now I'm going to head back to the Airbnb. It's almost 9 o'clock and it's an hour-long drive. And I still need to shower and settle in, so I think I'm gonna hit the road. I hope the sky doesn't do anything or else I'll be really sad. Google Teton sunsets and you'll see some crazy ones. I'm gonna roll. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I literally just said I was leaving, and I've like sat here for 5 more minutes because I'm just like, I don't want to leave. Even though I'm supposed to come back later this week,
like, I don't ever want to go.
I don't want to leave. It's supposed to rain on the day I'm supposed to come back too, so I don't know what to do about that. I might switch the days around. Sorry for the podcast in the background. I just had to spew that out. I don't want to leave. Good morning, everybody. It's just past 7:30. I wanted to get out a little earlier. I mean, I've been driving for like 30 minutes, but I still wanted to get out earlier than 7, but just wasn't in the cards today. Being alone, I was worried I wasn't gonna sleep very well, but I turned on a brown noise machine and I slept real good. Now I'm on my way to Yellowstone. I'm entering through West Yellowstone, and today I'm gonna do the lower loop. Hey, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope I see more wildlife. All I saw yesterday were some deer and some elk. The elk were really cool because we saw a ton of elk when we were in the Grand Canyon, but none of them had antlers, and the ones I saw last night did. Anyways, I'm gonna put this down. I've got like an hour and 20 minutes to go, and yeah, I'll see you then. Finally in the park, and I think we may have encountered our first bison jam. But I don't know, because I can't see that far. So, turns out this traffic might just be from like people going into the park. There was those 2 bison on the side of the road, but I don't think it constituted this much traffic. Those bison were like 8 minutes ago, and we're still moving very slowly. Hopefully we can get to see all the sites I want to see today. I want to do, like I said, the lower loop. I wrote down a lot of the stops on it and like starred the ones that I really want to see. Grand Prismatic and Old Faithful are on the lower loop, so that should be exciting. If we ever get there, that is. That was Firehole Falls. So pretty. The air is so crisp out here. Now we're on to the lower geyser basin. There's still traffic on this main road. I'm still unsure as to why that is. So cute. It was a whole family. It was so cute. The little ones are so orange and cute. We're still on the way to Lower Geyser Basin. I just had to update you on that cute little family. I feel like I was there at the perfect time because all those bison were crossing the boardwalk, which was so cool. Also, just the geysers are cool. They smell funny, they sound funny, they look funny. It's just a good time all around. Now I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna move on to the next thing, which is the Midway Geyser Basin, I believe. Midway Geyser Basin. It was pretty neat in the sense that those are some of the larger pools I've seen. Unfortunately, the steam is really high. Like, there's a lot of it right now, so it's really hard to see the colors. Next is the Grand Prismatic Overlook. Okay, that was Biscuit Basin. I did not know where the overlook was. And there was like pull-off right after the parking lot for the Grand Prismatic Springs. But there was cars parked there, but I didn't see a marked trail, so I kept going. Really disappointed about that because obviously it's one of the most classic views of the park. But I don't know where it is or how long the hike is. I don't know why there's not more information in here about it. But anyways, Biscuit Basin was really neat. I saw a couple of the geysers. What would you say they did? They exploded, they shot up, they reacted. So that was cool. And some of the pools here are some of the most blue. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. We got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. Next is Old Faithful. Okay, so that was Old Faithful. That is way cooler than the pictures and videos online. It's Kepler Falls, which I think is just on the side of the road actually. But that's what's next, and then after that is West Thumb Geyser Basin. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, I just did Kepler Falls, which I really liked. I think I have more of a thing for waterfalls than I thought. West Thumb Geyser Basin and Fishing Bridge. It is insane how much less crowded it is in these last three sites. Those first several are so popular and they're so close together that between the bison, all the people, the traffic is horrible. On this like southern part of the park, I'm like around nobody most of the time. Like it's so quiet out here. Now I'm gonna go to, there's Mud Volcano, which I don't know if that's like a roadside thing or if you have to like hike to that, but I'd like to check that out if I can see and find where it is. And this next part of the drive is Hayden Valley, which is like the second most popular place to view wildlife. So hopefully we see some more, and then we'll be going to the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, which I'm really looking forward to. So let's get moving. That was the Mud Volcano area. I only did the short loop because I'm trying to get out of here before the sun sets, or I'm trying to get back before the sun sets. But it was still really neat. Those were some of the coolest ones I've seen today, the most like unique. I don't know if I've said this, but everything here smells like sulfur really bad, which smells like hard-boiled eggs really strong, or like rotten eggs. And this one was by far the worst smelling. But anyways, let's go on to the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone before this thing dies. amazing. That might be my favorite view of the whole day. Like I said, waterfalls got me feeling some type of way. I don't know why. That's always also been just so like fascinating to me in photos. That was beautiful. I think I am gonna call it quits for today. It's about 6 o'clock. I've got a 2-hour drive back to the Airbnb. I stopped today at the south rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Tomorrow I'm gonna pick up on the north rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone and then work clockwise on the north loop. Yeah, it's been an amazing day. I've seen so much. I'm really excited to see more of this tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I don't know if I'll talk to you again because my camera's about to die. Just know I'm gonna listen to podcasts and then eat pizza rolls when I get back because I'm hungry. Good morning, everyone. I've got a botched sunburn on my face. You can't really tell on the camera, but my forehead looks all sorts of crazy. Last night the drive was not very fun. I just did not want to be in the car anymore. My feet were swollen and I was tired. The last 30 minutes were like the longest 30 minutes of my life. It was kind of crazy because it was like dusk when I was driving back, and so all the mosquitoes were coming out, and it was like, it sounded like rain. There were so many mosquitoes on my windshield by the time I got back. Anyways, woke up this morning, ate breakfast, got gas. Now I'm on the way to Yellowstone. I think I already told you. We're gonna drive out to the northern rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone and then do the northern rim clockwise up to Lamar Valley and then drive back out because the road on the right that makes it a loop is closed. I don't know how long today is gonna be. Yesterday was a long day. Ultimately, I was glad with the time I left because the sun was like so beautiful. It was like golden on the water. It was a beautiful drive out last night. I don't think today will be as long as yesterday. I don't have as many things on my list to see. Anyways, I have like an hour and a half to go until I get there, and I will update you upon my arrival. That was Gibbon Falls and Artist Paint Pots. Gibbon Falls is pretty cool. I, like we've discovered, love waterfalls. The sound of the rushing water is so pretty to me. And with that background of like the green pine trees, so pretty. Then this was Artist Paint Pots, which was pretty cool. I only did the base of it just because I'm trying to do better on time today. It was neat. They weren't my favorites. I like the ones that are like more clear and look really deep. These are more of like the milky ones. The stream in the beginning is really pretty. Yeah, cool, but not my favorite, so I didn't feel the need to walk up on the platform. Anyways, I think I'm gonna eat lunch. I don't know why. It's only 10:30, but I'm really hungry. So yeah, I'm gonna eat lunch. Then I'm gonna drive over to the north rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. The next thing you should see is the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone or something pretty I saw. That was brink of Lower Falls. I went and looked at the sign line before I decided if I was gonna bring my backpack and my water and a snack. And it was like 600 feet. And I was like, 600 feet? Psh, that'll be easy. It's not easy. It's all switchbacks all the way down there, but let me tell you, it was so worth it. That was probably my favorite thing I've done so far. 100% recommend. There's a bunch of benches, so you can take it as slow as you like. I am just on a time crunch, so I was trying to rush out of there. Anyways, now I'm going to Inspiration Point. Let's get moving. That was Inspiration Point, which is my last lookout of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. I'm really sad to see it go because it's been a favorite. We've got other things to do and other things to see, and I'll be back here so I can come see it again. Now we're going to Canyon Village. I don't know if I'll get any footage there because I just want to look in the visitor center to see if I can get this refilled. And then Norris Geyser Basin. Okay, I just got out of the visitor center. I have to say that Yellowstone's like gift shops in their visitor centers are quite lacking. I'm not a huge fan of their selection. I just went to the Grand Canyon Arches a few weeks ago and they had a way better options in their visitor centers. And don't get me wrong, their educational displays at these visitor centers are probably the best I've seen, but I'm a shopper, you know what I'm saying? So I walked over to the general store and I'll show you what I picked up. I got a huckleberry jam in a cute bear jar. They had these in the Grand Canyon and they had prickly pear flavor, and I wish I would have got one because I could have like set them next to each other. And then I got this pin. This is what I'm most disappointed with, their selection of pins. They're horrible. But I picked out this one because it has a buffalo on it, so that's fun. And then this is my really unnecessary purchase. This little pillow that has all of Yellowstone's landmarks on it. It's filled with balsam fir. I thought it'd be really cute in my tiny house, in my future life. So anyways, now we're going to Norris Geyser Basin. I was gonna stop at the visitor center there, but to shop. I'm good with what I got. I'm not doing souvenirs. I don't know, I feel like a lot of the stuff is gimmicky and it's just clutter. Like, people don't need clutter. Sorry. Unless there's something that like particularly reminds me of one of them. Yeah, the weather is so beautiful today. Let's get going. We've got a few more places to hit. Let's get going to Norris Geyser Basin. So the saddest thing ever just happened. Well, not happened, but I was watching happen. I'm still not over it. Why am I crying on camera? A wolf took down a bison calf and everyone's watching it. And it's really sad. Clearly I'm not cut out for the wilderness. So I literally looked at my binoculars and I was trying to find it, and someone was like, oh look, it's a wolf, and they said what it was, and I was like, too sad, I have to go. I'm literally still not over it. I know it's the circle of life and I know it's like the literal Wild West, but I just was so sad. It's so sad. And then like 100 people are standing there taking pictures of it. I won't bestow that upon you. I did not take any pictures or videos. As soon as I saw what I was looking at, my binoculars, got back in the car. I do not have the emotional capacity to see things like that. But just know that sucked. I was having such a good day. I also feel bad for all the parents getting their kids out of the car. If they were anything like me at that age, I would have been scarred. I am scarred apparently, but I'm okay now. Let's go find some lounging bison to bring the mood back up. We're going to Lamar Valley later. We should get to see lots of happy, healthy bison. That was Norris Geyser Basin. I did the porcelain loop. I did not do the back basin loop just because, again, timing. This park, you need like 3-4 days to give it its best shot. Now we're on to Mammoth Hot Springs, but there's a lot of like pull-offs and stuff on the way there. Guys, there's a bear. He yelled at me to keep going. Do you see it? he was so cute. Wow, so last thing I need to see is a moose. That is the last animal from Yellowstone and the Tetons that I have not seen yet. I've seen wolves, coyotes, elk, deer, bison, and now a black bear. But anyways, we're almost there. Hot Springs. I did like the main terrace, or like the main lower terrace. The upper terrace is a drive-by, which I might do on the way back up depending on time. But let's keep going or else we're gonna be here until midnight. So I think Lamar Valley is going to be the end of my Yellowstone journey, which is sad to say because I feel like there's still so much more to see, and you might be like, oh, it's bright out, there's still time. It's going on 4:30 and I'm really deep in the park. I need to get a move on. I will definitely be back. I missed so much. I mean, you could just spend an entire day just driving all these roads. All these drives are beautiful. Wildlife watching. I mean, there's like 4 traffic jams just on this road alone. And 3 of them, I wasn't even able to figure out what they were looking at. It's been awesome. I might do a few of the pull-offs on my way out, but I'm not gonna do anything major. I have to say goodbye to Yellowstone. It feels so sad to say. I mean, I'm not at the exit yet, but like, I enjoyed this park a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it was all like those geysers, which are neat, but I kind of have like a barrenness to them. But there's so much greenery here. I did not expect it, and the water running through it is just absolutely gorgeous. And then the wildlife is just like the cherry on top. And then the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, which was like my favorite thing. There was just so much to see and enjoy, so I'm sad to say goodbye, but we must keep going. The Tetons are tomorrow, so if I don't check in with you tonight, I'll see you then. It's the last full day I have here on this solo trip. What is on my forehead? Today I'm spending all day in Grand Teton National Park. Originally I was going to split everything into 2 days, and now we only have 1, so we're going to be doing a lot today. A lot of the things to see are like pull-off spots, so I really don't have an expectation for how long I'm going to be out today. So let's just get into it. I'm looking forward to seeing these mountains all day. The Tetons are covered by clouds, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. And it's so frustrating because there's like blue skies. So obviously that's extremely frustrating. The main reason you come to the Tetons is to see the Tetons. The clouds are moving pretty fast, but there could just be more clouds on the other side of them. So ranger at the entrance station said maybe this afternoon they might be clear. 9 a.m. right now. So I think I'm gonna drive to Jenny Lake. There's a hike there I want to do to Inspiration Point. It's like the most popular thing to do in the park. The view isn't really the mountains, it's more up to this lake. And then there's hidden falls on that hike too. So I think I'm gonna do that, and hopefully that'll not waste a couple hours, but you know, give the clouds a couple hours to move out of my way. And then maybe by the time we're done, they'll be more clear. Because my original plan was to drive to the back of the park and work my way forward, but then I'd be hitting all those viewpoints with the view being half covered. So I think I'm gonna do this hike first. Fingers crossed we get to see the Tetons today. Okay, so the sky is a little bit more blue than when we started. It's only been like 10 minutes. Am I burnt? Like, or am I like shy? I don't know. I look like I have a mask of red on. That's embarrassing. Peaks over here still are cloud covered, but the ones over here are starting to come out. So hopefully we'll get lucky. Hopefully my plan works. I'm gonna head to the visitor center, use the bathroom, buy my ticket. So hopefully I can get a ticket, and then we'll get over there, do that, and hopefully the clouds will have blown out some more. It already looks a lot better, so. Okay, so that hike was absolutely fantastic. Probably top 3 on my list. So amazing. I actually almost didn't even go up to Inspiration Point, and I'm so glad I did because that's when I saw the moose, and the view was amazing, obviously. And that waterfall, can we talk about the waterfall? The boat ride was beautiful. The weather is magnificent now. The skies are blue. So I'm going to absolutely scarf down my lunch so I can get going. I did go in the visitor center and they did not have very much. I'm gonna eat lunch and then we gotta get going because I do not want to miss the opportunity with these blue skies. So see you later. Honestly, not my favorite view of the Tetons. I feel like the Tetons speak for themselves. They don't need a barn sitting in front of them. So neat to see, but moving on to, I think Schwabacher Landing is next. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, that's really embarrassing. Kidding me? Is this not the most breathtaking thing you've ever seen? Okay, so I want this image tattooed on my eyeballs for the rest of the time. Is it wrong to say that after 6 hours here, 7 hours, that this might be one of, if not my favorite place that I've been? It is just so beautiful. It's like everything I've ever wanted. It is just so strikingly beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it. It's been like a perfect day. Only two things that would have made it like the best day of my entire life, and that would be seeing sunrise or sunset. Because I lost a whole day, there just wasn't enough time. I watched sunset the other night, but there wasn't much of a sunset to watch. And it's only 4:30 right now, but I can't stay until 9 o'clock when the sun goes down. I leave tomorrow morning, so I need to go back, like fill up the car and clean up the Airbnb and make sure I'm ready to leave tomorrow, pack all my things, and so I'm just not gonna have time to stay here. The other thing would be if I wanted to see a moose like with big antlers walking around. I saw that one under the tree, which I'm very glad I saw. I just really wanted to see one like walking around because I just don't understand their size. So those are the only two things that I feel like would have taken today above and beyond, but otherwise it's been such an amazing day. Like, I can't even describe to you how much I've loved it here. A 10 out of 10 day. I'm really sad I have to leave. I thought after Yellowstone, I was like, I don't know that anyone can top this because there's so much to see at Yellowstone, so many different things to see, but I don't know why this park really just did it for me. It is just so beautiful here. That's all I have to say. It is so beautiful. I'm really sad I had to lose a day, and I'm really sad I have to leave tomorrow. But all it means is that I have to come back. One thing I wanted to add that I've been thinking about all day, but I keep forgetting to tell you when I turn the camera on, is here, Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, and in Rocky Mountain, they have pine trees. I love the smell of Christmas trees. Just love the way, like, it's not overpowering anywhere, any of those 4 places I said. It's not like a smell that gives you a headache because it won't stop. It's like you've been hiking for 30 minutes and all of a sudden the breeze will blow and you just get that fresh pine smell in your nose. So yeah, if I don't check in with you again today, I will see you tomorrow, and when I get home I'm gonna do a wrap up on how it feels to be solo traveling. So yeah. I'm so sorry. I know I just said that I was gonna see you later, but I'm picking up all the things in my car, like the map and my food trash and everything. I'm just gonna like put it in my bag so it's easy to carry in. I picked up the map off the floor and I haven't read the back yet, which has like all the local wildlife landscape information. So I was just glancing around, and the lodgepole pine is the most common tree in the park. I saw lots of pronghorns, but I thought they were deer because I've never heard of those before. Then there's a picture of moose, and they tell you that if you want to see moose, you should look in areas with water because they graze on marshland. And this little caption on this picture of this moose says, "Moose most commonly feed on willows. They dive up to 18 feet and stay underwater up to minutes to feed on aquatic plants." 18 feet. 18 feet! Hi everyone! I'm finally at the airport. It was a long drive out here and the weather's super ugly. Let's hope that doesn't mess up my flights. Yeah, it's been a wonderful trip. I'm really proud of myself and glad that I did this. I had a great time. I feel really lucky to have been able to do it. I got beautiful memories out of it. I got beautiful weather while I was here. So everything really just worked out. Minus the first flights. but everything else has been great. And yeah, now it's time for me to return this Jeep, which has also been awesome, and get in the airport. And yeah, I will see you guys when I get home, I guess. Okay, hi guys. I am no longer in Montana or Wyoming or Idaho anymore. I'm in California. So look out for that video soon, but I wanted to end that video because I did want to talk about my experience with solo travel. If you want to see that, stay. If you just wanted to see the destination, then it's time for you to leave. Before I left, I had a lot of worries. Like, I was really excited when I booked the trip, and then when it was like getting closer to time to leave, I was like, maybe I'm not gonna like this as much as I think I'm going to. Maybe it's gonna be scarier than I think it is. It's gonna be too hard, and I'm just not gonna like it because I'm gonna be so overwhelmed that I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it. But I experienced none of that. Like, the hardest part of the whole trip was like my flights being canceled. I'm really glad that happened on the way there, and my dad was able to help me handle it. And like making all my connections and like finding the car and checking into Airbnb, like that was the hard stuff. So once that was done, I felt much better once I got there. The first night I did feel a little weird about like how quiet the house was because I've never lived alone before, so I'm used to noise. So that was weird, but I just kept like a podcast on or like my laptop on with YouTube, and that helped me a lot. But after that first night, I got a lot more comfortable. Like, it didn't bother me as much. I honestly quickly adjusted. I kind of enjoyed staying alone the rest of the nights. Before I left, I had been spending a ton of time with people, so I kind of forgot that I love spending time alone. It's something I find great joy in. I did a lot of it like last year and up until the spring. I just started being around people a lot, and I had kind of forgotten that I love being alone and doing things alone. It was a nice reminder that I love being alone. I can make all my own choices, do what I want to do. Obviously it was a short span of time that I was alone, but it was still nice to have. I never felt like scared or on edge or felt like I was in danger ever. Like, I never had those feelings come up. Luckily, thank God for that. I had a really good experience overall. I did make like conscious decisions to like prevent feelings from happening, like only going out like to the park during the day at the best I could control. You know, there was one night that I did end up getting back kind of late. Only getting gas during the day because I hate being at gas stations when it's not light outside. Shopping at grocery stores I'm familiar with. That made me more comfortable. Just small things like that made me a lot less on edge because I'm more comfortable. And so small accommodations like that made all the difference. Overall, I had an incredible time. I got exactly what I wanted out of that trip. I made all these experiences and all these memories, you know, I might not have gotten otherwise. So I'm so glad I did it. I will 100% do it again sometime. I don't have any current plans, but it's something I would definitely do again, no questions asked. It gave me a huge feeling of independence. I was really proud of myself that I did it successfully and was able to have a great time. I have memories to last a lifetime. And so yeah, I'd most certainly do it again. I'd recommend it to you if it's something you're interested in. I'd love to answer any questions. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I gotta go catch a view really quick. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.